So one of the creators I like to follow is a guy, Academic Agent. I don't know if any of you guys
Ooh,
watch.
I know him.
Yeah, I,
Oh
I
yeah,
know about him. Yeah.
he had a video that he made within the last year of why conservatives are stone cold losers. And one of the points that he made that kind of stuck with me, mostly because it's a position that I kind of myself have held, but have never really articulated until I heard him say it, is that one of the issues that the right has is we double down on the wrong thing at the wrong time. A good example of this, I would say, would be like say the abortion issue here in America. Now, I understand why most conservatives are as passionate about it as they are because I agree that it is murder. However, the problem is that whenever conservatives get any position of power, even a little scrap of it, they tend to blow their load too quickly.
Blow their
Basically,
load. Ugh.
I mean, is it not a good way of putting it?
Yeah, it's kind
Oh
of a
yeah, it is
perfect
a
way to
pretty
put
good
it.
way to put it.
Yeah, the problem is that when it comes to the pet issues that we care about, and even if they come from a place of good intentions, the problem is that we burn political capital pushing these issues too hard, too fast when we don't have a solid grasp on power, and we end up losing said power making those plays. And conservatives just need to know when's the time to strike and when's the time to consolidate your power.
I think the right needs to learn just simply when to use power.
Yes.
I'm surprised we ever acquire power at all. I mean, I kind of use that term loosely. I don't think Republicans are even right wing in the first place, but that's for another time. But yeah, the way I see it, similar vein, the way I see it is the right, quote unquote, all the right does is focus on symptoms. It never asks
Yes.
the question, why is this happening?
Yes.
But if it did, democracy would have been dismantled a long time ago. So, in
Yes.
order to
The
stay in the frame of democracy, that's all you can do. You have to be controlled opposition, even if no one's paying you to do so. You have to be, especially if you want to make a buck talking about political issues. You can only focus on the symptoms, therefore, nothing ever gets solved. Some people do it on purpose. I have no doubt Daily Wire does it. That's just my opinion. Don't sue me. But symptoms only. And most of what I do on Twitter is try to go after the source. And it's pretty simple democracy. Just get rid of democracy. Many, many things will fall into place. It's good to have this energy, I think. But yeah, we direct it in the wrong directions.
well, part of the problem here, it's not just that conservatives look at the symptoms of the problem. The issue is that conservatives don't think basically they don't think ahead. They they're very present minded. They're not thinking what are the positions that we are holding? What are the consequences of that say a year from now, a decade from now or beyond? Nobody thinks about the future because why would you in a democracy? Because your whatever term you serve is ultimately a temporary thing. And not only that, but because the term that you serve is limited, the policy decisions you can make are limited to the time frame that you're going to be in there because any project that outlasts you, well, it's at risk. Your successor could shit can whatever policies you try and do. Look at, say, Trump's wall from the first term. Biden, one of the first things that he did was not just discontinue work on the wall, but actually tear down sections of it or let sections of it basically deteriorate.
I mean, the other problem I think is people on the right play the whole optics thing, where even if they think it's a good idea, they might not do it because it makes them look bad.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely that too. But that's another example of present mindedness because the conservatives are looking at, well, how are people going to react to what we say now?
It's woman think. It's very
Yes.
feminine. Like, not only the I can't see past the current events, or I can't see past the present. It's not just that, it's also, how's this going to make me look? But again, it like goes back to, what's the solution? Well, if we got rid of women, like, well, that wouldn't be very egalitarian. And we all know Republicans are still egalitarians. So they're not going to
Yes.
get rid of women. So we're still going to be not as feminine as the left, maybe, but still too feminine.
Yeah. Basically, a conservative today is a 90s or 80s liberal, or even 80s or 90s progressive. Certainly a progressive from the 1960s, because I mean, look at the core issues that Republicans today hold as their sacred cows. They hold up basically equality between men and women, which was a radically progressive thing during the 1920s. But beyond that, another sacred cow is civil rights on the right. The right holds Martin Luther King and the civil rights era in very, very high esteem, when even back in his day, Martin Luther King and his movement was a very radical movement for the time. And all of these movements radically changed the course of not just America, but of the West. And in order to be conservative, you need to have what your conservatism is rooted in something much older and, more importantly, timeless.
Yep. So
I
tradition.
see.
Well, that's just the thing, is that if you're going to be a traditionalist, the big thing you have to recognize about those traditions is that they go beyond just you, beyond just your generation. They represent a higher purpose and a higher function than just the mere material and the mere present. And nobody talks about that in a serious or sincere way anymore. You have many conservatives today paying lip service to a lot of Christian morality,
But don't believe in any of it. As soon as
Yeah.
it's inconvenient.
yes, absolutely. I mean, the only time it really is ever indulged in is during election season when they're campaigning. Once they're in power, they don't ever govern in the manner that they basically advertised.
Yeah, I think the curse is just we're all like contained in a box, and that box is democracy. To actually fix any of our problems, we'd have to think outside the box.
Which nobody wants to do.